Close to top four, like I would take top. Obviously, I want top four.
I just climbed onto the bed in the most ungracious way possible.
Oh, what's this like blanket? It looks quite nice. It's new.
Yeah,
you treat yourself to a little.
No, it's old.
I've never seen it before.
It's only
you have a special guest
over
over or something? Or...
No. I stripped my bed of all the bedding, and then I couldn't bother, late last night I couldn't bother to put a fitted sheet down, so I just put the blanket down.
Okay. Right. It looks quite.
It is probably like when it's cold, I put on the duvet and the blanket, and it's like impossibly warm.
Do you feel like, I know it's a really fucking boring topic, but is it actually like, it's still fucking cold, isn't it?
It's
is it just
cold.
me? Okay,
it's
alright. Because honestly, yesterday,
at night it's cold, yeah.
I've been like, my step count, because obviously I'm pretty deep in like prep at the moment. I've got like 8 weeks for my photo shoot.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm doing a lot of steps. And yesterday, I saw a glimpse of the sun, but I was still there in my parka jacket and a beanie. And I'm seeing people like full on jackets off, like in their hands, and it's so fucking cold. Like I'm seeing
when you say people, you mean white people?
Yeah, well, yeah,
English people.
Yeah. Everyone like they had their like jumpers off, jackets off, like t-shirts, shorts, and I was
English
like,
people dress based on how it looks out the window.
Yeah, that's how I used to dress. I used to open the curtains and be like, oh, it's sunny. I'd go outside and my mum would be like, you're not taking a jacket, and I'm like, I don't need that, mum.
Why does no one use the weather app? I
never use it. I think it's just because it's not your top app. Like normally when you wake up, you
right there on the home screen.
No, well, it depends how you set up your home screen.
But like on the main home screen, it should be there.
But what's the first thing you do when you wake up? What do you do? Are you one of those people that straight away Insta or Twitter or?
I normally have WhatsApps.
That's the first thing you go on.
Yeah, WhatsApp is probably my most used app. I feel like I spend insane amounts of my life on WhatsApp.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think so too. But like, it's just because I've been watching a lot of content about like how to improve your sleep and like things you should do in the morning to be more productive and stuff like that. And like the first thing they tell you to do is to just not touch your phone in the first few
100%.
minutes of waking up,
100%.
because it's like a massive spike to the dopamine system. And then all you want to do is then scroll or like type back, or it's like a reward system that's constantly
100%.
getting hit.
Yeah.
And then like for the rest of your day, you're constantly searching for that hit. And when you have to do those like low energy tasks, like
doing the dishes,
doing dishes, or just like doing work that's not fulfilling, or
you just feel like this is time away from my phone.
Yeah, and or like time away. You just start searching for the things that you know give you some sort of like gaming or just some sort of reward, or you know, some quick hit. So like I've been trying to be more mindful, but like when your phone is your alarm and it's in your hand and you turn it off and then you're like, oh, I've got loads of notifications.
It's weird because like we got to a point where having a phone was like a status symbol because your phone could do all these different things. Whereas now, if you've got quite a lot of money, it's a status symbol to have specific things to do specific things. So like if you had a lot of money, we lived in that apartment we were looking at moving into. A sign of how successful we are is that we don't touch the phone. We have a specific alarm clock, or we have a specific thing for that. Do you know what I mean? You have a specific fitness tracking device that isn't attached to your phone. You know, so it's kind of gone in full circle.
Yeah, but I feel like because I've got an Apple Watch, and like I think that is sometimes one of the worst things for my focus, because like that I have to turn it off or take it off sometimes because it will buzz, and like say I'm focused on something. When it buzzes, that's an immediate hit in my brain that I'm like, oh, I need to go check what that is. And you're constantly like micro switching between tasks that you're not really like actually fully focused on.
Yeah, you don't get into the depth of the task.
No, at all. And like a lot of the things the hard stuff that you need to do requires deep focus. And like there's so many things in the world that pull you out of that, like the phone or, you know, whatever, these notifications that think that they're more important than whatever you're doing at that time. And you kind of subconsciously think they're more important because you don't mute them or like put on do not disturb or whatever.
Do you think it's worse for extroverts because they get energy from being around people, so that constant social, it can like burn them out even more maybe because there is, do you mean? Because like for me, my do not disturb clicks on at 11 o'clock at night, so if you ever call me at 11 o'clock, if you double call me, it will break through it. Okay. But that I always, and I'm normally up and stuff, so I'll be on my phone.
Yeah, I was gonna say your do not disturb is just to shut people off from you.
Yeah, 100%. Rather than me stop messaging. I'll message you.
Rather than you to get to sleep.
I'll message you. But like, it turns off at 11, and then it turns on at 11 and back off at 9:30 the next day. So it's always on. But everyone knows I'm awake anyway. Like my nan was calling me about birthday plans. And it was like midnight the other night, and she was like, "Oh, text me when you're off the phone." And I was like, "How do you know I wasn't asleep on my phone?" And she was like,
She knows you too well.
She was like, "No, you're definitely awake." But yeah, I do think that is, even like in the mornings. I think I want it's again like music.
Yeah.
I want to go for my walks in the morning without my phone.
Yeah.
But my Spotify and all my music is in my phone, so it's like, yes, it's annoying. Do you know what I mean? Like, I might even want to go back to like an iPod or something like that.
No, but I genuinely think like you might have to go back to go forwards in a sense, because like you wake up in the morning, and if you want to go for an early walk, like that's supposedly something you're supposed to do to like what's it called, your circadian rhythm, like with the sunlight, it will kind of trigger it and get you used to like a normal waking and sleeping pattern. But like as soon as you go out, you probably put your headphones in, and then your brain's go. You've got
even
text
that,
messages.
like I need to get away from. I do want to balance walks with music, because sometimes it adds to the atmosphere of the walk and it adds to waking me up, but then sometimes in the same with the gym. But sometimes I do like going to the gym or going for a walk without any audio, because I do feel I'm going for a walk in nature, but I'm shutting out all of the nature. I want the sounds of things that are natural. So much so that now when I go to sleep, I don't play music anymore. I play the sound of rainfall or waterfalls, and that puts me to sleep. But I'm super out of touch with anything natural. Do you know what I mean? Yeah,
I was going to ask you, I know this isn't on the topics, but do you think that like in today's day and age, like we just are afraid to be alone with our thoughts?
When you say, obviously I sound like such a knob, and I'm different to everybody else. But not like
I'm special.
I'm special. But like for me, like I quite enjoy being alone with my own thoughts. I enjoy like, I don't know, like I enjoy deep thoughts. I enjoy conversations about philosophy and religion and whatever. And those conversations are quite difficult to get out of people. Do you know what I mean? People avoid these types of topics quite a lot, and so. If I'm talking to people, especially when I'm dating and they're just talking about Love Island, they're just talking about Instagram, they're just talking about that, that to me is just soul destroying.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, people laugh at me about that because they're like, God, you take this so serious. But I block anything. So on my Twitter, Love Island is blocked.
Oh,
so the term, terms Love Island, Love or Island or Love Island are blocked. On Instagram, any page that comes up.
That's peak. Like, people might be like, oh, I love Arsenal, I love Saka.
They're blocked.
Do
you know what I mean? Like, it's
but they're blocked. Like your best friends if they said that.
It's blocked.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But yeah, like same as Twitter. So you just have to
protect your digital space.
You have to. It sounds ridiculous, but you have to curate your own world. Do you know what I mean? What you want to hear, what you want to see, what works for you. So long as it's not hateful and damaging to other people, there's nothing wrong with saying this is damaging to me. Do you know what I mean? We talk about porn, different people have different relationships with porn. That could be super damaging. So to me, I can watch it doesn't really damage my psychology.
My God. On sorry, just
go
on
ahead,
that topic.
Forget the topic.
Just go. On that thing that you just said there about around curating your digital environment. So I was watching a stream the other day, I watched like some gaming streams, and the guy was talking about this YouTube channel which is basically like porn, and it's an ASMR channel. But I don't know if you've seen it. They've bought these like 3D mics now it's got this like, I don't even know what the mic is, but you can like put your mouth around it, touch it, lick it, and it. Honestly, I need to show you the video.
I think I do know what you mean. So like you can is the thing that was in Big Bang Theory, where if you can where Raj and Howard were both kissing it.
Yeah, and kind of very similar to that, but like obviously you don't get stimulation on the other side, but it picks up all the sounds like really well. It's like a 3D audio mic.
Okay.
And honestly, I need to show you. I should have showed you this video before because it's just come to my mind now.
Okay.
Off the back of what you said, but like, what I don't understand is why that is allowed on YouTube, because the woman that's doing it, she's a gaming streamer, but she has an OnlyFans and stuff like this. But this YouTube video is available to everyone, and she is very aware that a lot of her audience are underage children, like that shouldn't be exposed to sexual. That's the conversation
that we're having broadly at the moment. TikTok is getting a massive fine, not a massive fine, but TikTok's getting a fine for 13 million customers or something like that under the age of 13 or something that are on their platform when they're not allowed to be. But I was having a similar conversation today because obviously on DR Sports I covered the YouTube boxing and the boxing, and I was like, obviously lots of women that are feminists, or lots of women in general, believe that their top half shouldn't be sexualized. They're just breasts and nipples, it's normal, don't sexualize it, whatever. at the same time, we do live in a society currently which does sexualize it, and we can't just stop it like that. It has to be like a phase out or something like that. But then with a lot of these different content creators, like you said, I feel that a lot of children have really easy access to over-sexualized content.
Yeah, absolutely.
Way too easy. And a lot of that does come in the form of people like what you said. Because I was doing the YouTube boxing, and they have people on there like OnlyFans girls like Astrid Wet and I don't know the other girls. What's the other girl's name? Elle Brooks and stuff.
Yeah.
But some of these people, like, they might come from Love Island, they might come from YouTube, they might come from family-friendly domains. So they are just a general popular. So there used to be a real divide between what was family-friendly entertainment and what was adult entertainment. They were kept super apart. Whereas today they're not. So you might see somebody on a reality TV show, be that Made in Chelsea, Towie, Love Island, and you might watch that with your daughter. Your daughter might go and follow these people innocently on Instagram to look at fashion and hair and makeup tips or whatever, and then be seeing, oh, subscribe to my OnlyFans, whatever, and it's a direct push into their sexual content. And obviously, I know people that do OnlyFans and stuff like that. They do they get as close as they can to showing sexual content without getting a ban, and that could be audio, that could be things that they're saying, that could be they could just play with like a cucumber or anything that's like a phallic type of shape and kind of insinuate, and kids have access to that content, and it does make me a bit uncomfortable that adult content and family friendly content is so close together and that they are not separate platforms.
And but it's become so normal, like even like
so
Twitch,
it's super normalized.
Like Twitch is like a gaming platform. I used to only see games, like people playing games. That's it. That's all it was meant to be. And then now, what's become more popular is obviously people start to level up their streams by having their webcam on, like because it's just more interesting and more engaging. But now I've seen a lot of women like kind of just show a lot more like revealing clothing.
Well, this Twitch not bought that on themselves, but I remember when this happened. So a couple of girl streamers were banned back in the day, this was a few years ago, for wearing bikini tops, and Twitch said it was inappropriate. And you can only wear also Twitch moved away from gaming for like just a channel for general live content.
Just chatting is like the
exactly.
Genre,
so what they did was when girls had the bikinis on and stuff, they said you can only wear revealing clothes if you're in a pool. So the girls started to get a little tiny blow up pool and put them in their flat or their apartment or their house, and then do real gaming, playing Minecraft, but in a pool bikini, with a small bikini on, and then they can promote their OnlyFans from there. And obviously, like, it's difficult because, you know, if you are a woman that looks a certain way, or any type of woman, sometimes you are sexualized and it's not your decision. You haven't chosen to be sexualized. If you happen to be a woman with large breasts, or you happen to be a woman that's fit for certain physical standards, you're going to be sexualized from other people. And it's, do you mean, like, I see things on Instagram all the time, like, is this appropriate for a teacher to wear? And the teacher's wearing something super normal, but maybe they happen to have thick legs or a big bum, or do you know what I mean? Or even we see teachers get fired for their OnlyFans getting discovered.
But
I don't think that should happen.
No, but I was just about to say, like, I do agree with you in the sense that like people should be able to wear what they want, but
obviously some of the women are taking the piss.
Yeah, there should be a level of like, you know, I should probably do one extra button up because like I'm just playing like Resident Evil and I just want to engage with my stream.
The obvious elephant in the room is, and I'll get called misogynistic for this, but the obvious elephant in the room is that they wouldn't get viewers on their stream were it not for the button.
Viewers, they might.
They would get hardly any viewers on their stream. But they're not. But they're not They're genuinely not creating. Okay, we can agree to not sound misogynistic. They're not creating creative, engaging content. Do you know what I mean?
But
away outside of the sexual element.
Yeah, but just to expand on that, my friend was telling me the other day there was like normally, you know how like the game is the thing that takes up the majority of the screen, and then you got the webcam in the corner.
Right. Now it's the webcam.
The webcam is like this big, and then there's a tiny little bit in the corner where the game is, and it's like that's very obviously you trying to sexualize your content and bring viewers in. Through that way, because like your webcam, so you are the content now because you've drawn less attention to the game.
I'm not against any of these women doing this, but I'd still rather it was on an 18+ platform.
Or just like you had to like, you had to put some sort of, you had to register to the site and you had to like
Twitch and Twitch X. YouTube X, like an 18+ version of YouTube. Even if that 18+ version of YouTube isn't sexual content, that could be violence, that could be racial stuff, like that could be like certain comedy. Even if they wanted to put some things into this place, which is just a bit more for the adults. Even if it's like Chris Rock jokes or Dave Chappelle jokes, but if it's like gay jokes or black jokes or transgender jokes, they think actually this is more suited towards an 18 plus audience, because not just, even though they're jokes, and I like comedy, I love Dave Chappelle, but they might be jokes that require some adult nuanced thinking. And if you just said it to a kid, they might not be able to, and some adults are thick and they might not be able to understand it as well. But do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not against that. There being a YouTube and then like a YouTube Plus for 18 plus people or something like that, and Twitch and then Twitch Plus for 18 plus people. But the idea that my son could go on Twitch to watch Minecraft videos or to check the new Warzone loadout and then be seeing women bouncing around in bikinis when he's really young is not.
But
to me, like, I'm laughing because it makes me uncomfortable, but it's not funny.
No, I know.
Do you know what I mean?
But I was just about to say, it's more of a recent issue because I feel like we've grown up with technology, so I feel like when we're like, if we get into a position where we have our own children, we'll be more aware of what is available on the internet and more aware of what our kids are taking in. Whereas like the parents of today, a lot of them like my mum, I don't know about you, but she types with like one finger on the phone. Like she's used her phone and iPad so much that the other day when she got on a laptop, she was like, how do I get to YouTube? And it's like, because it's not an app, and you have to go on the browser and type YouTube. It like, she just doesn't know. So like, how do like people or parents of like the previous generation with the kids growing up with technology, the kids are more advanced than the parents.
100%,
So it's like, they're going to see this content and there's not really much way for the parents to police it unless they are come from a technology background or they're very like up to date.
It's so weird you brought that, because it was something that I wanted to talk about for a while, and I was like, am I just going to sound boring? Like,
but it's just,
I'm like normally like the
honestly,
fun, not the fun one, but like the OnlyFans one, or the, do you know what I mean, like the more outrageous one. But I do take sexualizing of children and children getting access to sexualized content super seriously. I think it could be one of the bigger social issues that we follow and that we find in the next decade or two of our entire generation of overly sexualized children.
It was just,
even when I see comments like, I'll see like some bad Insta bitch, do you know what I'm saying? Like, and I'll check the comments, they're all like 12. There's a bunch of kids in their likes and in their mentions and in their this and in their that. Or even like if you see certain memes, like you might see memes about like, I don't know, you know, the typical meme pages that you might see of like, you know, basically like a meme of a big gym guy and then like there's an innuendo that his dick isn't big and he's overcompensated or something like that. But lots of that content, it's like, it's all kids in the comments. When I look at the comments, like, these are all children. Like, they are very. You spend
a lot of time in comments, don't you? Like,
I do, yeah. I love YouTube comments and Instagram comments. I love it.
Like you bring.
I'm always arguing with someone in the comments.
Yeah. See, I never check. I normally just watch the content, scroll, and move on. Whereas, like, you'll tell me, you'll be like, "Have you read the comments to this, or have you checked this?" And
I can't help it.
Yeah,
I can't help it. Like, people's opinions on stuff.
No, but there is some good shit in there if you search.
People's opinions on stuff is just like.
What was that thread that you told me about with the guy saying that there's a bell that dings when everyone has to drink tea in the UK?
Yeah, there's an American guy. Oh, I can't remember his name. There's an American guy who is like, he's pretending to be serious, and he says like, one of the weird things since I moved to the UK is there's a random bell that rings and it's an emergency, and as soon as it rings. Like the king rings it, and as soon as it rings, everyone has to stop whatever they're doing and drink tea. That's the police officers, like all this kind of, and there's people in the comments that are carrying on the joke, saying like, you know, children dying from over tea consumption is a real issue. And there's loads of Americans in the comments that are being dead serious. They're like, what? Like, why is no one talking about this?
Why is this not a bigger thing?
Why is this not a bigger thing? Like, you know, all this. It's so funny. Like, it's hysterically funny.
How people think that they can like. That we would have a siren for that is just, and it's brilliant because people have caught on, like people who are actually intelligent have caught on,
and they pile onto
it, and it makes it more believable. So that the people that are just super like they just take everything in, just absolutely buy into it, and just some of the comments on there, we should have found them and pulled them up.
We definitely will do on the next episode.
They are
even the comments golden. Like on the next topic about like one of the things I want to talk about is like paying for dates, paying for cabs and all the rest of it. Like segueing away from that consuming content thing, I saw a post this morning of this woman had gone on a Hinge date with a guy, right? And when the bill came, he said, "Let's split the bill." She was unhappy about that.
Of course she was.
Classic. So they've gone home, but then he texts her and he says, "Had a really great time. Just running the numbers in my head. you had a cocktail and I had a beer. So can you send me another £7? Because actually split it, but it wasn't really.
It wasn't really a split. Like you had the steak and I had a salad.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
So she was really unhappy about that. And yeah, it's just funny. Like, so the comments underneath are like, this woman said, you just get like the best comment sections are when you get two people that are on extremes of either side.
Yeah.
So you had one guy that was like extremely let's go boys, and one woman that was extremely like feminist.
Yeah.
So this woman was like, is this how they're treating women in the UK? That's so trash. 65 million people. This is one story, but sure. And then this guy was like, you wanted equal rights, so you can get equal bills. And then this woman like just went on a tirade, and she was just like, all we want is free feminine hygiene products and equal salary and equal rights to pay and equal rights to vote and all the rest of it, and you're stopping a man from being a gentleman. Then the guy was like, chivalry is only existed because you women were playing your roles. That's why we were chivalrous. Now, you can't have both sides. You can't have all of the chivalry plus all of the benefits. It's got to be one or the other. And then she's like, oh, so you can't be a gentleman. They're just going back and forth. And like the comments were way more entertaining than the video itself. Like it was just, I just thought it was hilarious. Just watching two people that, because they're so diametrically opposed in real life away from the internet, these two people just would never meet. They would just never meet in life. They would both go on their whole lives and never know the other person existed. But because we're all so connected, someone's opinion over there about something that you don't care about.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
And it's funny that they have an impact on you that it actually gets you a bit like worked up. You'll start replying back to them.
Yeah.
But like what you were saying there, like that, I feel like it's a kind of case of confirmation bias. Like she's very clearly on the side of the bill shouldn't be split. I should be treated. So like any evidence of like a guy asking for money is now they're trash. And I knew that they've always been trash. But then you've got the guy on the other side who's like, oh, this is good. This is how men should act nowadays. I've asked this topic. I remember, like, I went to Fort Park. I say recently. It was like last year in June. I went to Fort Park. Do you like theme parks? Just side note. Are you a thrill seeker?
Sometimes I don't. When I go to theme parks, I just eat.
You just, they have some good food there.
All I do is eat. I eat more than I go on rides. I have to go for the vibes, I take pictures. I go on some.
You go on the teacups or?
Teacups also great. I don't know why anyone laughs about it.
I love the teacups. There's just never a queue, and it's so fun.
It's so much fun.
It's so much fun.
Whipping it like that.
Yeah, exactly. You start it before the ride's even going.
It's so good.
I fucking love it. Anyway.
And I love tea.
I know you do.
Yeah.
And when the bell rings, you got
exactly.
No, but we were at Fort Park and we were queuing for like 2 hours for Colossus. It was me, two of my cousins. So it was my cousin's birthday, Paul, and he had his sister there, which is another one of my cousins, Gabby, which you know from Instagram, and you mentioned her name.
Hi, Gabby.
And then who else was there? It was one of it's like three of Paul's mates. And then we were just in the queue, and it was like a 2 hour long queue. It was a long ass queue. And then we just brought up the topic of like, should guys pay for girls like on dates, like on first dates specifically? And it was quite divisive actually. But like, I noticed that the majority of the guys were kind of like, yeah, they should split. Like my answer was, I think they should at least offer, and like there should be a sincerity behind it, not just a kind of like, oh, should I, like, as in, like, they feel like they have to.
Yeah.
There should actually be, like, a genuine, should we split this?
Come prepared to pay, and then if the guy pays,
and if the guy, exactly.
Yes.
Like, okay, because some people have the view that, like, oh, if I've asked you out on a date, like, it's my treat for you.
That's nonsense. That's nonsense. Because women statistically don't ask men out on dates. So that just doesn't make, that's the way, it's only ever women that say that, and it's their way of getting out paying for dates. It's nonsense.
But anyway.
They just don't want to, that's the woman saying men should pay for dates, but I don't want to say that.
But my opinion was like, I would appreciate if they offered. If they expected it, I would actually be more inclined to then ask them to split. But like, if they at least offered, like, I'm like 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna pay the bill because I like, in my mind, I think, I don't know, just a bit of a gentleman, would like to treat them in that way, like pay for the thing.
I'm gonna answer because we're doing a podcast and we need content. But this conversation is impossibly asinine. I can't believe that in 2023 we still talk about who's gonna pay for the date, who should pay for the date, blah 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 blah. Grow up.
Yeah.
Just grow up. I just find this the most asinine, childish conversation. ever. Like, we've been having this conversation since I first got the
Yeah,
internet.
it's been
we've
since,
been having
like...
this fucking topic. It's so boring. There are no rules. Do what you want. Like, people date... I come up with this concept recently. I say I can't. There's probably a concept out there. But people date to win.
Yeah.
Rather than date for compatibility. So if I go on a date with you...
What do you mean they date to win?
People will go and like... How many times have you swiped right for a girl on Tinder that's really fit? But you know that you're probably not compatible.
Yeah, fair few. I told you about the girl with the acid trip story, didn't I? She was fit, but fuck me, like there was no...
Fuck that.
Yeah.
fuck that and fuck that.
I knew that we were
definitely... Do you know what I mean? Like this, like, so people, like, there's this concept that men try and date the fittest girl they possibly can, and women try and date the richest man they possibly can. Maybe there's some truth to that, fine. But when people end up in unhappy relationships, they've done this to themselves because they're not dating for compatibility. If you want a guy who's going to pay for a date, then go on a date with a guy who's going to pay for a date. If somebody doesn't pay for a date, they're not a bad person, they're not chivalrous, not a gentleman, a scumbag or whatever. Do you know what I mean? And if a woman sits there and wants to get paid for a date, she's not just like some entitled, crazy bitch, feminist, blah, blah, blah. Everyone's different.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? What works for you works for you. What doesn't work for you doesn't work for you. Everyone's brain is different. I don't pay for... It depends on... Will I pay for a date? It depends on the situation. Depends on how much I like the girl. Depends on where we've gone. Depends on how much I'm dating at the time. Do you know what I mean? If I've got 3 dates booked in a week, I might not pay for all 3 dates.
Yeah.
Whereas if I've been single for a long time, I haven't been on any singles and like not dating at all, and then I go on one date and I'm like, you know what, me and this girl get along really well, I might put a lot more energy into that one date because, do you know what I mean? It just depends. I might, if I'm grabbing a coffee, I'm much more likely to pay for a coffee. Yeah. If we're going to, if the girl's like, oh, I'm craving a steak. How are you? You're craving a steak. Oh,
is it fillet?
That's bloody convenient, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? You know, but like, yeah, it's just, it depends on so many different factors. I don't feel any obligation to pay for a date. I don't feel that, I don't date women that are unemployed. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not taking you somewhere that I know you can't afford and I've put you in a really bad financial position and now you're in your heels washing dishes. Like, do you know what I mean? I'm...
Is there... No, go on, finish up.
Yeah, but that I was pretty much finished, but it's like, I don't feel the obligation to pay. If I've had a really nice time, I want to be a gentleman, I kind of want to show off, I want to put my best foot forwards, I'll pay. But if I've gone on a date and I think, this woman's terrible, I have no interest in seeing this woman again, am I going to pay £150 for the bill? No. I don't feel that I've got £150 worth of experience. Do I care if she says in her group chat, I'm going to date this guy called Nick and he must be broke? I don't care. Why would I care about that? I don't want to stick my penis in this person. I don't want to see them again. I don't care about their opinion of me. Why would I care about the opinion of someone that I don't like or care about? That doesn't make any sense.
I can just feel like your blood pressure just rising.
No, but people ask me this all the time. Like, it doesn't make any sense. I'll pay for the date if I like you and I've had a good date. If I don't want to see you again and I've not enjoyed the date, why would I pay?
Yeah, so if Nick asked you to split the bill, he clearly hasn't enjoyed himself, do you know what I mean? But is there I was going to ask you, is there a limit to, like, where you would take someone on a date? Like, would you say McDonald's, you would just never do a date to them? Because you were saying you wouldn't date someone who's unemployed.
Also, I have dated people that are unemployed. That was like a tongue-in-cheek comment.
Okay, right.
But, like, it depends on the... I've gone on date... You know what? One of the richest girls I've ever dated, who you know, our first date, we just went for a walk in the park.
Yeah.
There was no money. There was no money. Like, if you like each other and you get along really well, okay, I'll ask this to women. Yes, it's nice to pay for the date, blah, blah, blah. Put all that aside for a second. I give you your dream man and he doesn't pay for... He's perfect in every possible way, but he doesn't pay for the first date. Or I give you a man who's trash, but he love bombs you and pays for the first 4 or 5 dates, takes you to nice places. That's what a lot of people do.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people love bomb people. They get women, like, wrapped up in this whirlwind romance. Do you know what I mean?
What do you mean by love bomb? I've not heard that term.
Love bombing is just such a feminine term. I've clearly talked to too many women. I
don't clearly talk to enough.
No, but like, Beth taught me about love bombing. So when she first got with her ex before me, he would just go like way above and beyond. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Like,
but it's all manipulation. It's all a sense of manipulation and control, and it's not healthy.
It's okay.
Do you know what I mean? It's not. There's no boundaries. She could say, "Oh, I want to go to Dubai." I go, "You want to go to Dubai? Okay, I'll take you to Dubai." And it's like, rather than just go, "Oh, maybe we can go one day." Just first few weeks are super intense, Lots of women that watch this will know what I'm talking about. Guys will just flood them
Promise
with
them
roses and long texts every day and whatever. But they've created an environment that isn't real. This love that you feel isn't real. It's all complete manipulation. The girl ultimately falls for him, and then 99 times out of 100, he's a really bad guy at the end. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
I might not come across super nice at the start, but if somebody dates me, they'll see how nice I am. The way I'm nice-ish, but I stay consistently at like a 7 for being nice. Do you know what I mean? It's like, I'm not overly nice. Whenever my sisters date a guy and they're like, he's nice, I'm like, based on what? What are we basing this on?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Where's the evidence?
Where's the evidence? He's paid for a 30 quid round of drinks and he's got Dior Sauvage on. So what?
Yeah.
So, is this nice? And then a year later they get cheated on or beaten up and it's like, well, we didn't know anything about this guy.
People are very quick to pass judgments.
What does that mean he's nice? Like they bring someone, my nan's always like, oh, well, he seemed nice. He came over, said hello and shut the fuck up for half an hour. How do we know he's nice? We know nothing about this person. Do you know what I mean? Like, is it just like is it just me?
No,
everybody's nice.
It's true because it's just like I'm just casually like thinking back to all the people that I've met and I'm like, oh yeah, they're nice. And now I'm thinking back and like realizing that they weren't.
Yeah, well, they're not gonna come and meet you for the first time, clubbing the baby seal with Madeline McCann's body in their briefcase. Like, do you know what I mean? They're obviously like everyone puts their best foot forwards.
Yeah, first impressions count.
But I'm not going to. For me, if I'm looking for a serious long-term relationship, I'm looking for compatibility. Are me and this person compatible? If you get with me, you know, I can list all the things that I've bought exes and all the places I'll take exes, and I can list all the finances of the various businesses I have. If a woman gets with me and she splits a Nando's, sure, it's not the most amazing first date. We'll be traveling to Dubai and Bali, and I'll be buying homes, and I'll be spending untold amounts of money for the next 40 years. You had to invest £15 for half a chicken. Shock. You won't spend anything for the next 10 years.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Beth didn't spend a penny for all of our relationship. Do you know what I mean? So, and we only went for like a coffee on our first date. So it's like, I feel like a lot of women are not good at assessing long-term options.
Yeah.
They want very front-heavy deals, and then that's what they get, front-heavy deals, and then guys turn out to be trash in the end. Shock.
It's a poor metric to base your opinion
Correct.
on someone.
100%.
How much they spend is just so, like, at face value, it doesn't tell you anything about that person. Really.
100%.
Just that they're willing to part with a certain amount of money. That's literally all it tells
Today.
you. Yeah.
Right now.
Right now, because
God knows how they made their money. God knows, you know, I was having this conversation with my friend the other day, and I was like, if a woman meets this is going to sound super misogynistic, and I'm ready for the hate. But just for example, if a woman meets a guy who's tall, handsome, big dick, rich, and she goes to his house,
it's just that is typically what.
Right, and she goes to his house and he breaks out the 72 Merlot, and do you know what I mean? Like they're having a great time and the R&B's on, he massages their feet and they have great sex or whatever. What things, this is what my friend's asking me, how could that man possibly make his money that would make the girl say, no, I'm walking out of this situation? And he was saying he thinks most, just in terms of bad criminal things, even not bad criminal things, even things that are legal, but kind of morally not good.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So let's say like they're a human rights lawyer for Nike and they make sure that the Sri Lankan kids get paid super low.
Yeah.
To make, do you know what I mean? Like most women wouldn't care.
Yeah.
If they find out that he's a drug dealer, they won't care. If they find out he does fraud and he steals people's money for a living, they won't care. Like what would it take to make this person, do you know what I mean?
I don't know, like, I feel like some women would hear about drug dealing and be like, nah. Like, they would have enjoyed that experience.
Most women I've met are going back from round 2, 100%. Even if they don't date him, they'll continue sleeping with him.
It depends what they get out of the deal. If all they have to offer is sex and they get something back from him in terms of, like, he's buying stuff or...
Yeah.
Then, yeah, maybe they would, depending on... Like, maybe they're lacking something in their life. There's probably reasons for it, right, why they would overlook that. But, like... I do think there's girls in my life that if I spoke to them, they probably wouldn't go back to life if he was a drug dealer.
We'll see. We'll find out.
Yeah, it's only one way to find out. Do you know any dealers?
Give me the number.
Yeah.
But do you know what I mean? Like, it's like, it's mad. Like, it's just one of those things. There's nothing that, you know, that's all that, like you said, for most women that I know in my life, that is the overwhelm. And obviously, we'll post this on YouTube and TikTok, and all these virtue signalers will come and say all this other stuff. But the reality is, most women, or a large proportion of women, Those are the metrics that they go on when looking for a partner.
Yeah.
And those are not metrics that can determine anything. How much money they make, how good are they in bed, how good looking are they, how tall are they, blah, 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 blah. Do you know what I mean? That's not a smart metric. Do you know what I mean? I even had this argument with my little sister. My little sister was like, this is a few years ago when she was younger. She was in her early 20s. And she was talking about dating a footballer. And I was like, a footballer makes X. I'm a football agent, so I know how much they make. The average footballer makes X. Their career is X amount of time long. That is X amount of money. The average lawyer makes X. Their career is X and Y and Z long. And overall, that's X amount of money. The guy that makes a decent salary in a corporate job is a better long-term option than the footballer that makes super high money for 3 years.
And also, it depends on...
I'm talking about just if that is your metric. I don't think you should date people based off money. But even though that was my little sister's metric at the time, she was still wrong. Yeah. She didn't even have enough life experience to actually measure that metric correctly.
Yeah, but I feel like that's just the metric that people base off. Like, it's the easiest way to compare one person to another. It's like, that person makes X, this person makes Y. Y is greater than X. That person's more successful. That person's better. Like, that doesn't make
any sense.
Yeah, I know, but it like
any sense.
But that's how people like.
That screams no life experience. That I don't know anyone sensible that judges people that.
No, but like that is a very. It's just because it's the easiest way to compare. Like, you think about people who go into corporate jobs. Like, if you tell someone about how what you're doing for a job, 9 times out of 10 they'll probably ask like how much you're making, or they'll be interested in how much you're making to see if they're earning more than you or less than you, so they can kind of compare in some way, shape or form, like if they're doing better than you. Like, we're all competitive by nature.
There's plenty of people that are millionaires and kill themselves. What does that mean? Do better than me and by what metric?
Well, exactly. But that's what I'm saying. Okay. I'm saying that money is a poor metric to, choose a partner or just compare yourself to someone, because there's tons of millionaires out there who I'm sure they're happy driving in their car, but they're probably like behind the scenes working their ass off and have a shit work-life balance
100%.
And might hate themselves. You never know.
100%.
Like,
because it's just money is so nebulous. Like, do people have inheritance? People have small windfalls. Like, not a lot of some people are millionaires because they made it. The average millionaire has 7 revenue streams, so they're working a bunch of different stuff that's going on. Do you know what I mean? Like, and then there's personal compatibility. If you meet a man, because when we meet, would you say that there's on average a correlation between women who are very arrogant and women who are very attractive? Do they tend to go hand in hand?
Women that are very attractive, women very arrogant, you think that they're like one in the same, essentially?
Often, not always. Because they are told by society that they are the desirable women. Yeah, I think it's the same when you meet men who are rich. Men who are rich, who have money, know that women like them because they've got money. So they'll be dicks because they don't have to pretend to be nice people. I'm broke and I'm a dick just because I don't care. But do you know what I mean? Like, most men, they walk into a club and they could be obnoxious as hell because they know they've got a lot of money. So I don't have any problem letting these super attractive and these super rich people date each other and just be obnoxious together. Go and be obnoxious in your obnoxious little corner over there, and that's fine. Yeah, do you know what I mean? But
that's what I meant about, like, you see these people with a lot of money, why are they acting arrogant? What gives them, like...
Because society allows them to be.
Yeah, but that's what I meant. Like, why are they better than... Like, if they walked into a room, they might carry themselves in a certain way, talk down to me because they're earning X amount of money and I'm earning Y. And it's less than...
It depends on the environment. It depends on the environment that you're in. Do you know what I'm saying? We know people that make a lot more money than us, but they would not walk into a room and try and mug me off because I'd lay them out. Yeah. Like, that's not in the environment that I'm from. That will only carry you so far. You can't just go around being arrogant or rude to people because you make money. That's not going to protect you from me knocking you out. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's just not how it. That's not how it works. Do you know what I mean? Like, what's that? I'm from an environment people get stabbed and shot and killed and stuff. Like, what is that? Unless your money's not bulletproof, like, it's. Do you know what I mean? There still has to be a certain level of respect. The level of rich you would have to get to come to my environment and just start disrespecting people is insane. You'd have to be super rich.
Yeah, you'd have to have a.
You'd have to have like a security. But this is why you have like rappers and stuff that walk around with security. Do you know what I mean? Because
anyone famous, really.
Or anyone famous, or do you know what I mean? Like, that's just what it is. So, I just think the key takeaway is like that. Is he going to pay for me for stuff and whatever? Because remember, we saw that video on Twitter where the girl was moaning, saying one guy didn't pay for a cab. She wanted her cab paid to the date, and one guy didn't pay the cab. And then she said she went on a different date with a different guy, and he did pay the cab, and he paid for everything, and it was super lovely, and it was an amazing date. And then she started talking about a third guy, and it was like, so the guy that paid for the date, and the date was lovely, and it was all amazing, he paid for the cab and everything, that girl still went, he didn't secure her.
Yeah.
She still went to date somebody else. So what was the point? What was the payoff in that? She's never going to date him again, but for the rest of his life, she'll go, he was nice, and that's it. That's what he gets.
That's
for doing.
That's the accolade.
That's the accolade.
Yeah.
That's not an. So if I'm the guy number one, I didn't pay. Do you know what I mean?
You're winning.
Of course I'm winning.
Yeah, because you didn't pay, but you didn't get the girl. But then she went on other dates anyway. The
100%.
other guy invested more into it.
100%.
And got the same as the guy who didn't pay.
100%. You know what I mean? I paid 50 quid. You paid 200 quid, and we got the same. We got the same. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I offered to pay for because basically I was my ex, like, she was at uni at the time, didn't have like a full-time job.
Week.
And I had a full-time job, and we were talking on, like, we met on Tinder. That's how we got talking, and then we were talking about a date, and because we were obviously going to drink, like, I offered to pay for her, like, cab to come over. Like, it wasn't that far from where she was staying, so it wasn't going to be, like, ridiculous, but like, she found that really sweet.
How much was the cab? Because I think that matters, like, roughly. £10?
It was like from she was at Staines at the time. We met in Windsor, so I think it was like maybe like a 20-minute.
But how much in money?
I don't fucking know. Like, how long is a 20-minute cab journey?
I'm from London, so it could be different. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Like,
I don't know how a 20-minute cab journey. It depends on the time of night and that. It was a Friday night. I'm pretty sure. Maybe a bit more than that.
15?
Maybe something like that.
Okay.
15 quid. That's not that much.
It's like a round of drinks.
Yeah. But I did actually pay for the drinks as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did offer to pay for that. But like, now I look back and I'm like, nah, I shouldn't. Why would I offer to pay for that? But no, there's another.
But again, like this, I'm saying, like, the money thing is all within context. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't mind if I meat a girl and we really get along,
worked out well for me,
but she's
lovely.
She's financially struggling, and I'm like, you know what? I'm craving gaucho. And she's like, bruv, man does not have gaucho money.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, it's cool. I'll cover you. Just come. Do you know what I mean? Just come. I want to go gaucho. You want to go. Let's go.
Yeah.
That's a totally different dynamic to me being like a junior recruiter on 30k. And I was going out on a date with a principal recruiter who's on 80k, and she's like, "Well, you're paying for my cab." That's an entirely different dynamic.
She didn't expect me to pay for it.
No. But I'm talking about the girl on the YouTube. That's totally different. We're both work in the city. We both work full time. Like, we're going out in the city after the office for drinks. Like, why would I pay? What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It depends. It depends on so many different factors.
Yeah,
if I went on a date with Maya Jama, would I pay for her cab? I'd be like, bruv, you're rich. Pay for my cab. What's going on? Do you know what I mean?
Get your chauffeur to pick
There's
me up.
no way. Like, Maya Jama wouldn't date me anyway. I don't make enough money. But if she did, I'd want her to pay for my date. You're way richer than me.
Yeah. Do you know what? It's because, like, she wasn't making out like it was a barrier or anything, but like, I was being nice and I wanted her to enjoy her night. I didn't want her to end up driving there.
But I hear you.
And also because I was just a bit worried because I hadn't dated that much that I felt like, fuck, like, what if it's awkward? And I wanted to avoid that, so I kind of wanted her to drink a little bit anyway, and I could drink a little bit, because if she's not drinking and I am, I just feel...
This is what I'm saying, like, about the context. Like, imagine I'm driving to a restaurant, right? Imagine I'm actually going on Tinder.
Yeah.
We're going to dinner. I've worked hard, I've saved up, I bought a car. I'm driving my car to the restaurant.
Yeah.
She's like, can you get me a cab? No. I work hard to buy my car, so I'm driving. I can pick you up, but...
Petrol doesn't run on...
I'm paying twice for the same journey.
Yeah.
So I've stopped paying for cabs because I have a car, but now you want to pay for the car and the cab.
Yeah.
What's the point in having the car then? I might as well just get cabs everywhere. What are you talking about? Like,
you find your own way there. It was an agreement that it was just kind of like, I wanted her to have a good time. That was the only reason that
I said, I agree with what you did, but I'm just saying, like, the way the women judge men based off of money, it's contextual. Money is contextual. For the sake of argument, is beauty contextual? Like, do you mean, like, do you mark someone down if they're beautiful but they've got fake boobs or fake lips, or like, do you know what I mean? Like, do you know what I mean? Because I feel like money is more contextual than looks. Like, I know looks are going to fade over a period of time.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. That's why, like, when people say looks aren't everything, there's something there, because you have to be attracted to the other person. Like, you're not going to want to get jiggy with it if they're fucking butters, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you have to be somewhat attracted to them. But then, if you get into a long-term relationship with this person, you grow older with them, their looks are going to fade, your looks are going to fade. So there's got to be something else about them that makes you want to, makes you want to go further. Do you know,
100%.
And that's a massive part of a healthy relationship. But
I have yet to see a woman judge a man solely off finances and have a long-term happy relationship.
Yeah, no,
that's never happened. And I've yet to see a man meet a woman solely off looks and have a successful long-term relationship.
Would you be comfortable telling the girl your salary, or do you think that's just information she doesn't need to know?
I tell everyone my salary.
So you would tell her at the beginning?
I tell everybody my salary.
Yeah, I know, but do you not think that's okay? So say if she comes and she sees the success.
I run my own businesses. I don't have a salary.
No, I know, but okay,
no,
but
before.
But even now though, if she asks you how much you're making, or so, would you become, or not, maybe she doesn't even ask you that, but would you bring that up to someone?
Yes,
because I feel like
that. I know you're quite cagey over yours.
Well, I'm not.
You told me, but we got to that point in our relationship. I'm much more
Do you know what? At first, I didn't like telling people because I was worried that they would judge me differently. When they heard the number, they might just look at me a little bit differently. And to be fair, when I told my ex about it, it was a bit oh, really? That's how much you're making, kind of thing.
Yeah, red flag.
Yeah, well, I know, that's what I mean. Yeah. But that's why I kind of didn't want to bring it up.
Any girls I date, no, there's no free lunches with Nic. There's no free lunches.
I'll tell you how much I'm making, but you ain't getting any of it.
It don't matter, bro. I can tell them if I'm doing a deal. If I'm doing 2 deals a month, my business should be doing 15, 20 bags a month. I don't care. That's got nothing to do with you. I don't care. What do you mean, should who know?
Well, no, because then
I can't. Why would I have a girl and when I pull a client, we get excited? I do a deal. So what? I do a deal. It's taking me 3 months to work on a deal, 35 grand deal. The deal's gone through, and I have to go, yay! And I can't celebrate with my girl.
No, but then she might be celebrating because she thinks that she's going to get a spa weekend.
No.
At Champneys or something.
The only way she's getting first of all, Champneys. But anyway, it's an N, not an L. Is it an N?
Is it not? Is it?
I'm sure it's an N.
I've been there before. I'm sure you're googling it. Okay, we need countdown music on.
No, don't look at my on it. It's nothing back.
Oh man, I remember when I was.
Yeah, it's an N. Champneys.
That's what I said.
No, you said L.
I said Champneys.
It sounds like an L. It sounds like an L.
I've got my. We can run it back.
No,
see what the caption says.
I agree with it. I said it's Champneys.
Yeah, Champneys. I thought it was Champneys because I've been there before.
No, I thought we said Champneys. But anyway.
No.
But anyway, there's no I might treat my girl. There's nothing, even then, there's nothing wrong.
Yeah, but there shouldn't be. I feel like there's, as soon as you say the salary, if it's a point where she thinks it's high, there might always be an expectation there.
Only if that's the relationship you have with your girl.
Yeah, but that's.
You see me, yeah? I could win the lottery and nobody would celebrate. I could win the lottery and nobody in my life would celebrate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
me. You know I'm being serious.
I know.
You know I'm being dead serious.
Yeah.
Nobody is sitting there going, Nick's won the lottery. We've got peas. No.
No, Nick's got peas.
No, Nick's got peas.
Yeah.
You might get peas. Yeah. You might. But no one I've curated it that way. Between you and me, well, not between you and me, it's on the internet. I would bust my people some peas. But I don't allow it to be an expectation.
Yeah.
Ever.
But that's what I'm saying.
I'm not allowing it to be an expectation. And if any girl that dates me knows it's not an expectation.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Even when I used to do deals before, Beth would be like, yay. So,
yeah.
Hey, what do you want to do?
Hey,
what do you want to do? Do you know what I mean? If I want to go to the spa, I'm going to the spa and you happen to be coming with me.
Yeah.
And if it's not you, it could be another thing.
Yeah.
Just chill. Do you know what I'm saying? It's not like if I've got peas, we've got peas. Relax. When you're my wife, we have peas.
Yeah.
That means it's you and me. We are a team. And for me, I invest in my girl. I will help my girl build her business, help my girl build her brand, whatever. I have no problem with that. But if you've got to be close to being my wife to get these types of privileges.
That's what I was trying to say though. I wouldn't feel comfortable saying the salary.
Any kind of jinky girl that
No, but that's why I wouldn't bring it up. If she asked at the beginning, I probably wouldn't say unless I felt comfortable knowing that this girl likes me for me and not any number that's attached to my name.
No, bruv. Listen, you just listen. It's your relationship, it's your life, yeah. You have to manage and manage your girl to however, do you know what I'm saying? Not to be the way that you want her to be, obviously she's her.
Yeah.
But do you know what I'm saying? That's down to you and how you put it across.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? How much money? But last year I made 150. Okay. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's
yeah,
not...
Yeah, but that's not how she'd react. She might react like...
No, bro, it depends on you. My girl's never reacting that way. What is that doing? Like, we're getting you from your 40 to my 150.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Before you try to... Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Before you think, oh yeah, you can do this and you can do... No, bruv, what?
Yeah.
No, bruv.
Yeah.
That's what I mean? Like, no.
Yeah.
Maybe, but no. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it could be, maybe, but also, like, maybe not. Like,
it would depend how good the snoo is.
It depends, innit? Like, it just depends. It's not. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not like man's not some investment.
Yeah,
scheme.
it doesn't automatically mean that you're privy. But anyway, I was going to ask you.
If you marry me, that's different.
If you like a side note, because it happened on that same day, and it brought a memory back to my mind.
Is this your first date with that girl?
Yeah. Wow. If you got to a date early, why is that wow?
It's wow, isn't it? Well,
yeah. If you got to a date early, would you wait and like say you're going out for a date for like drinks?
Mm-hmm.
Would you wait inside at a table or would you wait outside?
I'd wait inside. I'd probably wait inside and have a drink, and then I would be like, "How early? How far away is she?"
Like she might. I think
I would call her and say, "How far away are you?" Because I'm thinking of going inside and getting a drink.
You'd let her know.
I would just tell her, yeah. So, if she's like 20 minutes away, I'm going to get a drink.
Yeah.
I'm cold outside. Do you know what I mean? But if you want to, if you're like the first date, you want to make sure you're getting the right person. I always call on the first date, especially from like a dating app or something. Even if I see the girl and I'm like, I'm sure that's her, I'll just call. Because I'm not having the awkwardness of walking up to the wrong person in any way, shape or form. Yeah. She can call me and I'll come and meet her outside. That's not a problem. But man's not just standing outside.
Well, so I was in a bit of a predicament because I thought like, she said she was on her way, and I got there a bit earlier than her, so I was gonna go inside, but then I thought, oh, she might like be uncomfortable, like looking round a restaurant or a pub to try and find out where I am.
Uncomfortable?
Well, just like trying to like figure out where the fuck I am and stuff, and just like because online dating as well. Like to be fair, we didn't FaceTime.
If you can't just walk into a restaurant and find me, then this isn't gonna work.
But I waited outside, and she found that weird, like because I was just on a bench outside. And to be fair, I was...
Bro, do you know what it is with women, yeah? It depends on their mood, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, today they could find it weird, and then tomorrow they'd be like, he was really sweet. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you had 250 grand in a penthouse apartment in a 90s dick, suddenly it would be hella sweet. Yeah. Like, oh, that was so sweet. Like, bro, shut up, bro. Yeah. They've got no opinions. Like, some of these women I've met, have no opinions. Yeah. None. Their opinion is informed based on what the guy did. Like, I've seen women, or maybe it's both, but again, I only date women, innit? I've seen women look at red flags and try contort it and spin it into being a green flag because they like the guy. Do you know what I mean?
But I feel like you like, I know you don't, but I feel like I've done it before where I know I've seen a red flag, but I'm trying to spin it in a positive way because there's other things that I like about that person. Nah. But I think as soon as you see any red flag, you got to be unwavering.
I've even told you, this thing I'm chatting to, red flag.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
I like her. You that.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. But I've never tried to spin it as a green flag. Yeah. A green flag? What?
Yeah.
What? You're going to kill someone at the crossing.
No, you haven't. But you're still, like, you know when the sea's red and you're not meant to go out when the waves are that, like, you're still fucking going out there.
No, it is.
The waves are coming in and
out at sea. I'm out at sea. I'm trying to get home. Yeah. I'm trying to get back. You'll think I'm swimming against
the lifeguard's blowing the whistle.
I'm trying to swim back, though. Yeah. I'm trying to swim back.
No.
I never I am.
The waves are... You're in the waves.
Telling me no.
You're in the waves and the lifeguard's blowing the whistle.
Man, support me, man. I'm trying to get home. I'm trying to get home. Just put up a flare. Let me know what direction to go.
I've seen red flags and I've chosen to ignore them, but like, you've definitely, like, you're swimming towards them.
No, never swimming towards them. No, don't do this. Not during Ramadan. Come on, bro. No way. Not swimming towards them.
I don't
but no, but like when you say that's a red flag, I'm like, I know, bro. Yeah. I'm like, I know.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
But that's not how you react, though.
How do you react?
Yeah, how do you react? You don't go, oh, I know.
I do.
No, you're like, yeah, I see that.
That's I know. I see.
That's more you. What? I see that.
I see and I know. That's the same thing. It's different.
No, but like, I see. You say it differently. Like when you're there, you're like, I know, bro. That's like I know it's a red flag, man. I know I should be walking the other way. I see that as like, I see it, but I don't really see it. You know what I mean?
Come on, man. What are we doing, man?
Like, it's there, but I've chosen to like, you know when you get a notification on your WhatsApp and you click on it so you can read it, but you don't actually open it. That's what it is. Like, the red flag's there. You've checked it.
Wait, like, you do some messages?
I do that to a lot of people.
You don't be reading my.
I would
You don't be
apologise
reading my
now.
messages.
Huh?
You
No.
don't be reading my messages.
I just sometimes because sometimes you don't want to respond there and then, innit? You just like
They come to my website on Friday.
social pressure. I mean, under pressure.
Why the pressure? What's the pressure?
I feel like I'm gonna say yes.
But what's the we'll find out. It's 2 days from now.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
What's the pressure?
No, there's no pressure. It's more just a money situation at the moment. I'm trying to hold my pennies tight.
Yeah. I know
And
that.
to be fair, I'm not an overly like going out all the time kind of person. I'm like, I get my energy from being indoors a lot. What's the introvert, extrovert? And Saturday I'm supposed to be going out to another mate's birthday, so I'm like, oh, that's already an extrovert activity, and I've got another one.
This is going to be a small 4-man getting a couple drinks on the hill. Small. Do you know what I mean? It's not going to be your other. What's Saturday going to be like? You guys going out?
It's a board games night actually.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, but it's like it's at like an actual
place.
bar where they've got the table. But I actually quite like board games. I don't know if you've done a board games night before.
I ain't done a board games night now. Luke and them will do like a games night. I've never gone.
Yeah, because I know there's like I don't know. I feel like people there's a bad stigma around it, but they think that we're sat there playing fucking D&D. Like
even if you are playing D&D, who cares?
Yeah, but like no, it's just. Well, yeah, I don't care, but I'm just saying.
These guys are posting pictures in lingerie with the caption "Leave me alone." That makes sense. Whatever.
But I think board games are actually really fucking fun when you get into them. Like
board games are wavy. There was like a social night I used to go to in Shoreditch on Sundays. Bare fire girls there, and it was like there was a DJ. It was like a club, but it was like a day club. But then they would have like big Connect 4. And board games and like bear stuff.
That just sounds so fun.
It's sick. It was sick, but it was just the sickest like Sunday daytime vibe, chill.
Yeah.
You can drink, you can dance. There's like no judgment. Like some people are dancing, some people are just over here flirting. Some guy's cheating on his wife. Someone's playing some board games. Do you know what I'm saying? Someone's playing Cluedo. Like it just is what it is. There's no rules. Like
have you seen there's like speed dating events where you can play like actual board games?
I can't do that. I'll smoke every girl. I'll smoke everyone.
No, but there's like Cards Against Humanity and stuff like that. Like,
wait, do you think I can play Cards Against Humanity?
Yeah,
with women that don't know me? I'll get arrested.
The thing is, I know, but they'd accept that.
I don't know. Maybe.
But do you think I prefer that to like we've been
when we went speed dating.
When we went speed dating, it was a bit dead.
Funniest night.
Yeah, but it was also a bit dead in the sense that like there were way more guys than girls there.
That's always when speed dating.
I know, but like the fact that there was a table in the middle where all the guys could reconvene and like
it was so. Do you know what it is? It was just badly organised. And what was dead, is like there were like 2 or 3 fire girls.
Yeah, and
as soon as you walked in, everyone knew who the 2 or 3 fire girls were, and then they were just there supporting their brethren.
Yeah, I know. And they were sat next to each other because what was more awkward is like when you have the conversation with one, you move on to the next and then they're bitching about the day they just had. And I'm like, well, that's my boy that you're talking about. No, but you were behind me. So I was after you. I remember because I was talking to one girl about anime and then she chatted to you about how
so this motherfucker's about anime. That's my guy Dom.
That's my chat. That's my chat,
Don't disrespect Dom. You know what I'm saying?
She probably started your conversation. This cunt started talking about fucking Naruto. Like, what? And he was sat there like, oh, that was his chat. No wonder he's single.
That night was alright. No, it was a calm night. Do you know what it is? That was practice. I mean, that was getting your confidence up, coming out in London.
But I think it would be more fun to do like an actual board. Like if it was Cards Against Humanity, although I sometimes feel like I can't get my humour across on Cards Against Humanity because it depends on the card you draw.
That's the whole point though. It's not just about your sense of humour, it's about like how witty you are, how quick can you think something up.
Yeah, but like sometimes the cards just do not make sense. Like that sentence and.
But just make it up.
Yeah,
make
I know,
it happen.
but
Even if it's random. Even if it makes no sense. Like it could be funny because it makes no sense.
Yeah, but sometimes when you get the good cards, like.
Nah, bro. Nah. What's happening is you're seeing man drop saucy bars, and you're like, no, it's the cards. Yeah, the cards did it.
It's the cards. You don't believe in the heart of the cards, like Yu-Gi-Oh and that. You know what I'm saying? I'm drawing, hoping I get the funny ones.
So I'll be there dropping hella bars, and you'll be like, wait, he's getting the good cards.
Nah, you'd be writing on them, putting your own fucking thing.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah,
I was going on my own card.
Yeah. So
come on, personalised cards against Nic against Humanity.
Like pull it out on your fucking sleeve or whatever.
That's mad.
Nah, but you're turning 30 on Friday. Are you?
Yeah.
Are you happy with where you are in life? Have you hit your goals that you set yourself when you hit 30?
I'm happy with myself. I'm just unhappy with everybody else.
This is what I mean. This is how you know that he'd bring his own cards to Cards Against
What do
Humanity.
you mean? Bro, I said earlier, like...
It's not me, it's the cards.
I'm like, my biggest weakness in life is wanting more for other people than they want for themselves.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
That's deep.
So...
You should become a coach.
Nah, I just don't care. Like, my coaching's
You want more for people than they want for themselves, but you couldn't coach someone. I think you could coach some people.
I don't know, man. Maybe, like...
I don't.
Maybe
you might have to adjust your tact. I don't know how you speak to people in like. I think you'd be brutally honest.
In my business.
Yeah, well,
I'm exactly the same.
I just think you'd be brutally honest. And some people need a softer approach.
I'm exactly the same with my clients.
Yeah,
exactly the same.
Yeah.
Do
you not like change? Like, would you be a little bit more like softer if someone required that? Would you?
Bro, I mean, like, your fat ass has got all the softness we need. Like, do you know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. Do you know what I mean? Like, we're trying to get you harder. We're
trying to slim fast, but you sure ain't slimming fast.
Do you know what I mean? Like, let's slim down these sentences, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Lose weight, count calories, work out, done.
Yeah. Yeah, that's brutal. You need to you got to change the way you speak to some people.
I ain't got to change shit.
Yeah, well, yeah, you don't. But if
I'm not at 38% body fat.
Yeah.
So I'm saying they need to change. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But no, I just like, if I was to do it, certain clients would relate to me and certain clients wouldn't.
Yeah, but I feel like that's the case. Like, people buy into people,
100%.
right?
That's
especially when it's like
that's
a one-to-one.
That's why I refuse to change the way that I am. I don't need to. I don't need all of the clients in the world to like me. I need 5 or 10 clients for my business to make 6 figures.
Well, that's why you left the corporate world, right?
100%.
It's just like you wanted to be you, and you can't. When someone else controls you, in the sense, like, you can't be you.
100%.
You have to be how they tell you to be.
And me being me, I would continue to be me.
Yeah.
And then it would just be
and then it would cause problems, I'm guessing.
Do you know what I mean?
So, but I'm not. Nick, you can't say this.
I'll say what I want.
You can't call the client a cunt.
You know what I mean? I've cast off clients before.
Yeah, I know. I bet you have. But that's what I'm saying. Like, that's the manager's probably talking to you like, Nick, this is the 3rd time this week.
Nah, bro.
Yeah.
He's an idiot, isn't it? Like, I mean, it's just what it is.
Yeah.
Like,
but go on, like, so what? Do you? So you're not happy? You're happy with where you are, but not happy with?
Yeah, I think
the people around you. What do you mean? Let's dive into.
I think I want to curate. I need to trim some fat off the people that are around me. Do you know what I mean? I want to curate that a little bit more. Like, me and my family having an argument this morning. Like, they're trying to get me to invite random cousins and people I don't like to my birthday and that. And I'm like, bro, I don't like these people. Why are they here? Do you know what I mean? I don't feel any. I literally don't feel any social pressure at all.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people in that situation would just go along with it and be like, oh yeah, the more the merrier, you know.
The
like,
more the
Yeah, the amount of times I've heard that line, I've probably used that bar a few times.
No, that's dead food. Like, do you know what I mean? So I just need to trim some fat, but I'm building a good network of people, which is why I want to be around you more. Do you know what I'm saying?
I'm in the good network.
When we're not doing the show. Like, I need to help you. You're my first project.
Yeah.
But no, like, obviously,
a passion project.
X has helped me a lot with the YouTube stuff. I'm doing like regular content on DR Sports, which is good. More consistent on my own channel.
Yeah, I've seen you on that a lot more recently.
Yeah.
Sports, so that's good.
Yeah, doing the AJ fight. Got a new show coming out tomorrow, the weekly roundup boxing. I don't know what it's called. That was not a very catchy title, but we'll come up with a title later. And Jason's like, you know, the main production guy. Me and him are really cool. He's an Arsenal fan. So he's good people. But yeah, that's what it is. I don't want to get into this toxic thing of like everyone that's around me has to be on exactly the same journey. We don't all have to be capitalists. We don't all have to be trying to chase the bag and make money and all the rest of it. Like, there's a lot of life away from money and it's just more geared towards experiences. But definitely, you know, especially when I was in Dubai, meeting people and just want to be around people that are on a similar kind of journey to me. I understand what I'm saying. We're speaking the same language. Do you know what I mean? And some of these people, whether they're old friends, family members, whatever, I don't need them. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, if they don't, not everybody has to bring a positive to me. What do you bring to my life? It's not like that. But if you get into the place of being detrimental to me, then we've got to cut that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, if you start affecting my finances or affecting my mental health, you've gone beyond not helping me to actually harming me. We've got to cut that off.
Yeah, you've got like the neutrals in it that you're happy to engage with, but it's not like a necessity to see them. Then you got the people that like you'd love to.
No, but like even the neutrals could be a necessity. Like, they could be hilarious. They could be really funny, good energy.
But then I would class them as a positive. I wouldn't.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like they exactly. So.
But like neutrals are just ones that are like, you know, if you were going to a barbecue or something and they were like, oh, he's here, you're not going to be like, oh, fuck's sake. You'd be like, oh, he's alright. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, maybe he doesn't really add anything to your life, but like, he's a cool guy. You can chat to him. Do you know what I mean? But then you've got people that like, they're there and you're just like, I just really don't want you here. Like,
100%.
I'm having to make small talk with you that I just really don't give a shit about.
My nan's like texting me like, what are you doing for your birthday next week? And don't forget, your cousins are here from Grenada. Big man, why are you telling me that? That's got nothing to do with you, bro.
Cool, I hope they enjoy their holiday.
Yeah, I'm saying, real talk, like, bro.
Why would they come to the UK?
While I go for my birthday meal, you man put these man on a London Eye or something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, something that just takes all day, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's long. Why have I got pictures of my 30th birthday in 10 years for any degga jinky my people that I'm not close with? Like, what? I don't do you know what I mean? Like, I don't get it. Like,
that needs to be on a Cards Against.
What, jinky?
Yeah, Cards Against Humanity. That needs to be on there. You should actually write your own Cards Against Humanity.
You know when I do? You know when I drop the shoulder one way? That's
what you say in your head.
That's the jinky still. But nah, like that's just what it is. Like, I sent a message out to my family this morning. I was like, here's the plan for my birthday. And I'm sending this.
Here's the guest list.
Here's the guest list. I swear. Yeah. I like, because somebody said to me I should be more direct.
Yeah.
But just like, so
I don't know why.
There's no room for like misinterpretation. So I sent it with here's the list. And I sent it to my auntie, and her boyfriend wasn't on there. And she was like, okay, cool. And then she messaged, said, cool, see you there. And I said, cool. And then the person I was talking to was like, oh, that was positive. And I was like, yeah. And my auntie texted back again. And she's like, oh, plus obviously my boyfriend. And I was like, no.
Did it say plus ones on the guest list?
Yeah. Have you read the message?
Yeah. It's written in black and white. You should just go back, reread it.
I specifically don't want my man at my birthday.
Yeah.
Specifically.
What's his name on the list?
No.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what you're saying to her.
Yeah.
Like, what's his name?
Bruv, what are we doing? Like, so we're okay. So what we're doing is we're reading.
Yeah, and adjusting as we go.
We're not comprehending. Yeah. So we're reading.
They're glossing over. They're skimming over.
But we're not comprehending. So what's the point?
Yeah.
So
you needed to voice note it, bro.
What's the
rookie error?
So she said she's not gonna come then.
Do you know what though? That's kind of sad though, because she's putting him over you and your family.
Of course, but he's a bum. Like, so that, like, if that, like, bruv. The thing is, I'm getting irate because I'm irate as a person, but I actually don't care. Like, he's a bum, innit? Do you know what I mean? I don't like him. It's well documented, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? And I don't like him. The thing is, with some people, they want to live in a trash situation, and that's fine. And then they want to rope you into their trash situation. That's dead. You live with that. That's you. You go with it. Do you know what I mean? You can't give your girl a bill, £100, and then she takes your £100, and then you call me and want me to give you £100. No, bro. You have to live with the results of your decision making. Do you know what I mean? If you want me to come to your birthday, but you don't want my girl there for whatever reason, then she's got to stay at home. For whatever reason. Maybe you got a reason. I don't have to necessarily understand all of your reasoning.
But then would that cause a rift? Like, let's just say that was us two, yeah? And you had a girl, and like, I was doing something for my birthday, and I was like, oh, Nick, you're invited, but please don't bring your missus.
Yeah.
Like, if you told her that, would you still want to come?
What reason would you give?
I don't know.
I could give reasons why I don't like the guy, but I'm sure you people can imagine just typical bummy relationship situations, innit? I don't have to go into detail. But, do you know what I mean? What reason would you give? Is it okay?
She makes me uncomfortable or something like that. I don't know. She cusses me out all the time. I just don't want her there. Like, I just don't.
The thing is, I can't imagine.
I don't know. It's a bit of a shit
that.
reason. That's what I'm saying.
I can't imagine
would you stick up for because maybe that's what your sister's doing. She's sticking up for her fella. Although I know the reason, so I just like I feel like
I don't care. Like, I genuinely.
But is it not sad that you can't have your sister like?
It's my auntie.
Your auntie.
My sisters could never. I'd drag both my sisters there by their hair.
Yeah. But isn't it sad that you can't have your auntie at your event because she's not going to leave her partner behind?
No, it's not sad because at the end of the day,
you're going to on the guest list.
You're going to live your life because me and her are cool, but you're going to live your life based on the decisions that you make. And if these are the people that you want to spend your life with, then good luck to you, and we'll see how life goes for you.
Yeah, but you're only on this time. You're only on this world for like a finite amount of time. Does it not? But like you said you're cool with her. Do you
see when Friday comes, yeah? As long as I've got a woman massaging my back and massaging my feet and feeding man cheesecake, yeah, I don't care, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? That's just what honestly, so long as I get that, yeah, DM me, innit? But as long as I get that, I don't care about the rest of it. I'm only doing the family thing because they specifically asked me to do it.
Yeah. So this is not something you would have even set up yourself?
No, bruv. No.
What would you have done on your birthday otherwise?
I can't even say on the camera.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Real talk, blood. Do you know what I mean? I just don't care. Like, I don't. Yeah, bruv. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There'd have been a lot of wings and a lot of cheesecake.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That's just it. Like, man's single right now. Yeah, bruv. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I would have just got a young Xavi and Iniesta to come over. Do you know what I mean? And that's just what it is. Do you know what I mean? Young 99 chemistry and that. That's just what it is.
Yeah.
And that's, I mean, I don't, you know.
Yeah, that's
it's mad. I'm turning into my dad. But do you know what I mean? Like, honestly, I don't, you know, I'm going out with my sisters on Saturday. I'll thump you up. I'm going out with my sisters on Saturday for a meal. I'm just trying to finesse as many free meals as I can, to be honest with you. I'm broke at the moment. So it's like, yeah, bro. Do you know what I mean? I told my brother, pay for me for a meal. My boys are going to take me for a meal. They're going to buy me some food at the pub after my family thing. My sister's taking me for a meal. I'm just trying to get a few meals, bro. Do you know what I mean?
Fucking hell.
And that's it. Do you know I'm going to be a woman for a week?
You're going to be a woman for, true.
Yeah,
They drag out their birthdays for like a whole month. My mum's always like, oh, it's my birthday month. I'm like, Mum, your birthday's at the end of the month. So you get that day, that weekend, that's it. She celebrates it for ages.
I ain't got a mum, so I don't have these problems. You know what I'm saying? But that's just, you know what I mean? It's peak. But you ain't got a dad, so...
That's true.
You know what I mean? But my family's just
ago.
generally low maintenance. But do you know what it is? This whole thing, because we can wrap this up, innit? Like, this whole thing comes down to the boundaries that you set for people. Not just the boundaries, because we talk about that a lot, but the standards that you set for people. And the difficulty that I'm having is the standard that I set for my life, other people don't set for their own lives. And then that's where we get a rift. Do you know what I mean? Because if my sister was getting punched up by her boyfriend, there's no way I could sit at dinner and fake smile with my man over dinner. No way. Don't ever come to my house. Ever. Leave him at home. Do you know what I mean? And my sister would not be allowed to not come to, do you know what I mean? My dad wouldn't let her not come to my birthday meal. She just wouldn't be, she'd have to be there.
Yeah.
She wouldn't have a choice. Do you know what I mean? So, but honestly, I don't care. Like, I just don't, I'm curating the people that are going to be in my life. Do you know what I mean? And that's just what it is.
Yeah, but that's a quote that they say, and it's like you are the average of like the 5 people that you spend the most time with, or something like that. And it's very true. Like I feel like I've learned that more as I've grown older. Like just the more I hang around with certain people is where I tend to do things that they do. I just kind of like, that's the instinctive thing to do. Whereas like if you kind of try, like if you're in a place of like self-growth and that, and you try and hang with people that are maybe in the area that you want to go into, or just doing like what you perceive to be better in life, and you want to learn stuff from them, like just spending more time with them, you pick things up. That's the thing. Like I say, it's boundaries, it's standards, and I know what I want in my life. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't want any excess fat. I don't want, do you know what I mean? So if those people are making the wrong decisions for them, I don't have to deal with the mistakes that other people have made. Do you know what I mean? That's not my problem. You know what I mean? I'm a solutions person. I can give you a solution, and that's it. They might not like it though.
Bye. Goodbye then.
Yeah.
Good luck.
But that's tough when it's family though.
No.
Yeah, no, but it is more tough.
No.
Yeah, but it is though, because like say there's like a family event. Say there's a wedding, right? So you've cut that.
There's a funeral. There's a funeral. My nan died. There's a funeral. 5th of May. Go.
Okay, right. It's kind of different.
Why is it different?
Because like, I guess a funeral, I was about to say funeral is kind of a celebration. It is kind of a celebration of someone's life.
Caribbean funerals are parties.
They're just, well,
they're
really?
just parties.
Is there like a wake as well?
They still do the sad bit, but there's like, if you come to like the after bit, you would just see man outside bunning weed, and you'd hear hella music, and like you'd think you wouldn't be able to distinguish the evening part from a wedding to a funeral. They're exactly the same.
I don't know, I just feel like if you had a rift between you and a family member, like maybe not if it's an auntie or someone, I don't know, but like say it's your mum, or like you're gonna have engagements with them throughout the rest of your life. So if you just cut them off,
no, this birthday thing that I'm doing is a small, intimate, personal thing. So that person, these people that I don't like, don't have to be there. It doesn't even have to be that I dislike someone. To me, it's just like, this is only for people I'm close with. So even if me and you are generally kind of okay, you're still not invited, because this is only for close people. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then if there's family members I don't talk to and I don't get along with, and I'm a rational, sensible person, so I only don't talk to you if you've done something mad, then I don't talk to you. if I go to my funeral on the 5th of, not my funeral, if I go to my grand's funeral on the 5th of May, there may be some family members that have done me wrong and I don't chat to them. If they come and talk to me, they are very stupid. They are very stupid to come and talk to me.
Yeah, but like...
Because that's a big family thing. Like, you can be over there, I can be over here. We don't have to be here.
Yeah. A funeral,
you know what I'm saying? We don't
to
have to be next to each other.
And like, I'm pretty sure if it was like a wedding or something, they wouldn't put you on the same table.
Of course, I just wouldn't. I would just fuck your seating plan. You, split your.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Done. Like, I don't get, do you know what I mean? Like, because I'll punch man in the kidney if they try to chat to me. Because I'm not chatting to you. I'm not engaging with you in any way.
The way I was trying to come at it was like...
Oh.
So... the angle that I was trying to come at there was like, obviously, like, my dad left ages ago and I don't have a relationship with my dad. Like, God forbid it doesn't happen anytime soon, but like, say like one of his parents, my grandparents, passed away and we went to a funeral, or like they had a birthday, let's say that because it's less fucking, horrible. But like, and he might be there. Like, it's not an event that I've decided to put together to bring him there. Like, it's because we both have a connection with that person. He might be there. I'd feel very awkward with him there,
But how do you think that he would move with you?
I think he would probably. I don't know.
You think
I actually
I
don't know my dad, but like, I feel like potentially he would try and like.
So are you still
just make small talk?
His family.
His mum and his dad. I love them to bits. They live in Portugal,
but just literally not him.
Just not him.
Got you. Okay, that's mad. Okay.
They treated us so I couldn't like ask for more from them. So
you're saying that at some point, positive, negative, at some point, you have to be in the room with this guy.
Probably, yeah.
Right.
And like, I don't know how I'm going to react because I haven't seen that guy. I haven't seen that guy in like 17 years or like whatever the case. I think it is maybe even longer. Like,
if you want someone to come with you to punch him in the kidney, you can't. I'll come with you.
No, but like, do you know what I mean? Like, I'm just saying.
I'm being serious.
If that's the situation, I don't know how I'd react there.
Yeah, obviously I've been in some of these situations already, so I know. Do you know what I mean? And like I say, these people know better than to come talk to me.
Yeah.
They know better than to come talk to me because the whole situation will go left. I'll put you in grandma's casket. Yeah. Don't come talk to me, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? Real talk, man. Like, do you know what I mean? What are we doing?
I just laughing because I just imagined it was open casket and the nan's on the side while somebody else was just tucked up in.
Do you know what I mean? What are we doing? Real talk. Come on, bro. Jerry.
Why is Nan outside the casket? look who's in there now.
Just stood up in the corner. Just stood up in the corner, bro. You know what I mean? What's it called when you what's it called?
Sorry,
what's it called when you stuff an animal? What's it called when you stuff an animal?
I actually can't remember.
God.
I know what you're talking about though.
Oh my god.
Oh, I thought we shouldn't be joking about this. This is your nan.
You started.
No, it's because you said they're going into Nan's casket. So that's what started me off.
It's like a picture of the old WWE matches with the casket.
Yeah.
Bro. But yeah, that's the message of the podcast. I've been trying to wrap this up for time. And that's the message of the podcast. As far as I'm concerned, innit? Don't live with dogma. Don't live with other people's standards. Set your own... That's what it means to be an adult. We always say that's what it means to be a man because obviously we're men. But that's what it means to be an adult. Set your own standards and your own boundaries. Everyone's standards and boundaries are different. Do you know what I'm saying? Set yours. That's do you know what I mean? Your sister's going to accept things in her life you might not accept. You might accept things she might not accept. We're different people. That's fine. But you have to learn to set your own boundaries and your own standards. Breaking away from... Not away from your family completely, but breaking away from your family, your culture, your religion, parents, whatever the case may be, and set your own. Do you know what I'm saying? You came into this world alone. You're going to leave this world alone. That's just what it is. That's the way I live my life. Everyone's different. For me, that's how I live my life.
Yeah, and I think, to be honest, I think like you won't ever be truly happy or learn more about yourself unless you actually take that leap and start like living for your own decisions kind of thing. Like when even just a few months ago, like when I'm living for other people and what they want of me, you're never truly going to be happy because you're doing stuff for other people. Whereas like your own values can be very different and your own standards and your own morals.
Correct.
So you need to live true to that and the rest will kind of follow. But if you...
Otherwise, I would wake up on the next day after my birthday and not feel happy.
Yeah, of course.
And
I
brought that on myself.
Yeah, if you brought... And yeah, you'd have to take responsibility for that. Like if you invited all these people that you don't want to be around, that's on you, but now you've
Yeah.
made it very clear you're taking control. These are my values. I don't want these people here. That's it.
Correct.
Like, if certain people have to miss out because of that, that is what it is. But at least the people that do attend are going to be people that I care about.
I'd rather a small group of real
yeah.
people. A small group of real people defeats a big group of fake people. Always.
Yeah. Agreed.
Peace.